Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocket.radio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
It's Coffee Ann time here on ON Radio. See, you're all supposed to be in your seats about a minute ago.
Wait a minute. Hey.
They're all standing around and saying, hey.
But
now they're here, so,
we're admiring
okay.
all the gifts.
I'm bringing presents.
Oh, well, okay then.
You are?
That's nice.
Wow.
Yay.
For the Milk Fund.
All right. Well, this is
I
Joe
knew it
Callahan.
wouldn't
Thanks for
be
joining
for
us
us.
this morning. Bob Lauder is here. Hi there, Bob.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, how are you?
Good.
And Emily Haining-Sheehan from The Call. Hi, Em.
Good morning, everyone.
So, you tried your best to win on the Milk Fund auction the other day.
I did.
It just didn't work out.
It didn't work out.
So, sorry about that.
I bid on 3 different things and I lost on all 3.
Oh.
It happens.
But there's always another day, and I see another couple of things today that
All
I'll
right.
be bidding on.
There you go. So, very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Rings.
Thank
For
you.
free.
Thank you.
Poinsettias.
Very Christmassy, huh?
Yes, I figured that I would, start the, magical time of the year and be a little festive today. Yeah,
Nice.
I was lucky enough. These are actually a family heirloom from my husband's side. They were his aunts who
Nice.
had passed away, many years ago. So
They look great.
thank you.
I left mine at home.
Darn.
Darn.
All right, now time for a first message from the Call newspaper, please.
Yes. So the year is ending. We still have 2 promotions left. So if you are interested in participating either in the gift idea of the day or our year in review promotion, please give me a call at 401-767-8500. There is still time left and there are still spots available. So again, if you have any questions or would like to participate, my number and direct line at the call is 401-767-8500.
All right, Em. Thank you very much.
You are very welcome.
Comments and questions can be called in at 766-1240. I mentioned to Dave earlier today, things could always be worse. Look at all the tornadoes they have down south.
There was 2 tornadoes that actually combined at one point.
They ran into each
They
other,
ran
made a
into
bigger
it.
tornado.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, it was horrible.
That's amazing.
Horrible. But I do have a milk fund that came in yesterday to the call.
Oh, a donation?
Yes, a donation, and it is a $20 donation. And it says there's actually a letter. I'll try to see if I can read this letter. It says,
Okay.
"Dear
A note to Santa?
a note to the Woonsocket Call."
Oh.
So it says, "Dear Woonsocket Call, I am enclosing a check for $20 for the Milk Fund. I hope you tell David my name and put it in the newspaper." And so this is for David. He passed away in 1987, and I have done this each year in putting it into his particular, name. And it is from Nancy Stankus. So thank you,
thank you.
Nancy. And I thought that was just a beautiful, beautiful letter. And just wanted to, put that on the air.
Please pass that donation along to Dave Richards so he can get that into
Yes,
the
yes,
right
I will.
facilities and then get it back into the call.
Yes.
All right, very, very good. So,
Now, if
yeah,
it was cash, would it have been just passed to you and me?
No.
that wouldn't have been good.
That's a
No.
quick
No,
response.
'cause-
No. Being on the, I am a board member of the Milk Fund.
Oh,
No.
so she
It all
follows the
goes.
money.
It goes all back to the community, and it's a great cause. And I know that the Woonsocket Call and obviously ON Radio has been involved with the Milk Fund for decades, and we appreciate everyone who donates every year, and keep those checks in cash and bids for the for the auction, because it all goes to the Milk Fund. keep that going during this holiday
Does
season.
that sound like
Excellent.
skepticism of our honesty?
Well, I can understand it with you being a lawyer. I
thank
don't
you.
know why it's me. Your professions precedes you. Profession's reputation. Sorry, Bob. Anyway, I actually have a family member that lives in Louisiana, so she posted out last night. She was fine. Husband was fine. And I don't know if they had electricity or not, but they'd missed the tornado, so we're happy about that. Still don't know why they live down there. They're both retired. They have one son who's married and lives in Virginia. I said, and we're all up here in the Northeast. Why are you still there?
Yeah.
Come back to where closer to us, or at least your son.
Maybe
Go
they
move
just
to
like
Virginia.
Asian cooking and cuisine
Maybe
and
that's
stuff
it.
like
I don't know.
that.
Maybe.
Maybe they like the really hot, muggy summers.
Yeah.
Maybe down there in Louisiana. So I
love
don't
the
know.
Best time in New Orleans.
The bayou.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. If you live down there during Mardi Gras time, you don't go to New Orleans.
No.
There are no locals in that city during Mardi Gras. It's all tourists.
All
Everybody
tourists.
from outside.
In the French
Just so
Quarters.
just so you know. And she always said, if you want to come down, we'll take you there.
Yep.
But not during Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
We'll go to another time, and then we'll see all the bars and the fun stuff on that
Yeah,
on
it's
that
a crazy
street on Bourbon
time.
Street. So there you go.
Crazy
But
time.
she will not take us during Mardi Gras time.
Yeah.
because it's nuts.
Yes. Yes.
All right, Bob. We need your opinion on this. I asked yesterday. We have this whole encampment thing going on at the State House.
Yes.
Do you see this as an official? We'll put that in quotes. An official legal protest. Do you see it as that as a lawyer?
Well, I don't know what you mean by official legal protest.
Well, that's what the ACLU is calling it.
all right.
They are saying it's a protest when it just started out with people just sleeping there, and now all of a sudden it's morphed into this. At least that's what they say. So
Well, I think the
what's your stand
ACLU
on it?
may be saying that it's not just the fact that the homeless people need a place to occupy, but also that by doing it in a public venue, such as the grounds of the State House, they're bringing to the attention of the government the need for shelters for the homeless, and they might be considering that some type of protest in the same way that people could protest if they were marching with signs outside the State House that had the same message on them. I did see on television last night that the governor was opening a warming shelter in the old Cranston Street Armory down in Providence.
Yes.
And
Which is great.
is aiming to expand the beds in that facility beyond the 50 that they already have. I think his goal was something like 350, which I would hope is going to have a favorable impact on reducing the problems that people who are homeless are suffering during this time of year.
He's actually having the National Guard going down there to the armory and help run it as well.
Well, he had the National Guard when we were doing the COVID vaccinations and the testing, and that was very effective. I would think that they'd be equally effective on doing this.
Okay, just in your opinion, Bob, do some of the homeless say, well, the State House is public space, and we have a right to be here. We have a right to camp out here because it's public land. What do you agree with that statement? Not agree with that statement? What do you think?
I don't think that the fact that it may be public land necessarily allows members of the public to use the land in any way that they see fit. If, for example, instead of camping outside the State House, I was going into Burlingame State Park, and I was making a massive bonfire to keep myself warm. I think that the reaction would be, you're endangering public land, and therefore you should not be having this massive bonfire in the woods. And consequently, there could be penalties for doing that.
I wish I could remember his name, but there is a lawyer that's representing the homeless, and that's what he is saying. It's
Okay.
public land; they get to be there.
I think that, excuse me, you may be able to be on public land. I think it's to the use that you're putting the public land that's going to be the main issue.
All right, Em, thoughts on what's going on down there in Providence?
I mean, we come into this, issue throughout the year. The homeless population, especially with the state of the economy right now, there's unfortunately there's more and more people that can't afford rent, can't afford or loses their job or whatever the circumstances may be, and unfortunately they do become homeless. And I think it's always been an issue in the state of Rhode Island. It's always been an issue in particular cities and major cities in the state of Rhode Island. And I think anything that the government or the state or the municipalities can do to help that situation, I do believe that it should be done. Especially, I mean, yes, any time of year it's awful, but especially during the colder months, it's, there's deaths because people freeze to death, during the night. And it just shows that it's become an issue, and it's just bringing it even more to light that people need help, people need shelter, people need food. And personally, I think that, I guess it's, better late than never, but this should have been done, in preparation for the colder months, that they should have, opened this, facility up and put more beds in, even sooner than what they are right now. But
Well, you always wait for the emergency to happen first, and then we react. If this took place in the summer, it's like, well, we don't know what the big deal is.
No, but that's the thing about politics.
Yeah.
Sometimes they wait until
We react. Instead
to
of
do
being
something.
proactive,
I think we need to be more proactive. In Providence, in Pawtucket, in our own city of Woonsocket. And anything that the state, like I said, or the municipalities can do to help these, people, veterans, families, they should do all that they can.
What do you think?
I can understand them saying, well, it's state land, and we have the right to be here. I don't think they have the right to camp out there. It's the State House, and things need to get done there. So I don't think they belong there. Need to go someplace else. Where? I don't know. That's the issue. Okay, where do we go? And how do we appease everybody? And you can't. A lot of them don't want to go to the shelter. They want something else instead. It's like, and you can't please everybody. It's a tough situation.
It is.
And if you don't think it's bad, right here in Woonsocket, take a look behind the Verizon building that's on Clinton Street.
Exactly.
See, Bob's looking at me like, what do you mean?
Which is
The Verizon is right on Clinton and Clinton and the Truman bypass.
Yes, I refer to it as the old telephone company. Okay, yeah, I know
That's
what you're
Verizon,
talking
Bob.
about.
All right, behind that building, going towards the river.
Yeah.
You haven't seen the encampment of tents back there?
I hadn't noticed. No.
Take a notice. Take a look next time.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of homeless tents.
Now, last year, the city was trying to place some of the people who were homeless into motels and hotels for shelter. Are they trying to do that this year? I haven't
I think
followed that.
I don't know if the city has. I know other organizations that have tried, like a Community Care Alliance has tried doing that. Put them in the Woonsocket Motor Inn, put them in the Holiday Inn over there on Cumberland Hill Road. I don't know if they're still trying to do that or if they're all full up. I mean,
Okay. I don't know either.
but yeah, just take a look. I think you'll be amazed at actually how many tents are along the banks of the river over there. So, all right, and we talked about the tornadoes in Louisiana. We have the rain coming.
Yes,
and
we do. We have a lot of rain.
of it, and it all starts this afternoon and into tonight and all day tomorrow. We're talking 2 to 3 inches of rain is coming.
When I walked in, I saw that you had your snow gauge outside.
Yes.
Did anybody win?
Yes,
They
last Sunday night when we had the snow.
Okay.
Dave was out there at 5 minutes to midnight with our official Pepin Lumber yardstick and measuring the snow, and we had a winner on Sunday. Was our winner for December 11th, and it was Donna Fantoni won our Give Me an Inch contest.
Got to be something good with snow.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Good.
So it's something we'll probably do it again next year because it was a lot of fun. People trying to guess what the date will we get our first inch of snow. And when Dave actually measured a few minutes before midnight on that Sunday, it was already at 2 inches.
Whoa.
So we made it.
Because when I walked in this morning, it looked like it's about 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah, there's not
I
too
was
much there
figuring
now, and it's
if
all
I
going to wash
kicked-
away pretty
if
soon.
I kicked some of it over, maybe I could
No,
get
see,
it
you
to
already
1 inch, and
you've already lost.
I've lost already.
Sorry about that, Bob.
All
right.
There's the reason why Emily won't trust me with the
Yes, he's kicking snow, trying to win a little contest. That's unbelievable. All right, time for a second message from the Call newspaper, and then we'll take a break.
Sure. So, looking forward to our 2023 season of promotions. We start off with our winter special. So, it was so successful last year. We are doing it again in 2023. So, the month of January through the end of February, we will be having our winter special. So, you can actually run your ads for an entire week, and it's deeply discounted. So we have, obviously, a full page, a half page, quarter page, eighth page at a discounted rate for that 7 days print rate. Plus, all the ads include full color, 5,000 online impressions additionally that will run on either the Woonsocket Call website or the Pawtucket Times website. So that is a great promotion. And then obviously, the new year, new you, health and wellness. So we have health and wellness coming back. It will be in January. So if you are interested, whether it's a yoga studio, whether it's, a doctor's office, what have you, anything to do with health and wellness, even a beauty shop, because health and wellness, if you have, fresh hair and, all that good stuff,
the
and
nails going.
And, got the nails going and, beautifying yourself and improving, your mental, because I know like when it's seasonal, seasonal depression, comes out in the winter months because you're not getting enough, D3 and things like that, health and wellness, I'm going to get my hair done on Saturday, and I know I always feel a little bit better about myself when I come out of the hairdressers. So we do have, again, the health and wellness. It will be running 4 times throughout the year of 2023. So if you are interested in either of these 2 great promotions, please give me a call at the Woonsocket Call, 401-767-8500.
All right, Em, thanks. And the Coffee Am program will continue here on ON Radio.
For an Allstate agent, providing protection options that fit your life is something they take, personally. Allstate agents are committed to learning about your needs and helping customize protection to meet them. From bundling your home and auto insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage, your Allstate agent can help build an insurance proposal that fits your life. And just as important as learning what you need is learning what you don't. Because helping you get coverage you want with savings you deserve is what Allstate is all about. It's time to get coverage that's catered to you. Are you in good hands? Call Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. 1 agency, 2 locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. 1 telephone number, 765-5000. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The purchase of a new vacuum cleaner or sewing machine is an important decision. Don't leave this decision up to the big box stores. Go see the experts at Marion Sew and Vac in Bellingham. They carry the top-of-the-line Miele and Sebo bagless vacuum cleaners. Both use hospital-grade filtration to remove 99.9% of dirt and dust. Marion Sew and Vac carries the Juki sewing machine. That's perfect for not only sewing, but also embroidery. Also, Marion Sew and Vac can repair your old vacuum cleaner and sewing machine. Stop in today to Marion Sew and Vac, 234 Pulaski Boulevard, Bellingham. They're open Tuesday through Saturday at 10 a.m. The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee in Pawtucket. They're a 62-year-old family business that roasts all its coffee right here in Rhode Island. Founded originally as Excellent Coffee Company, they provide great coffee to food service establishments throughout New England.
Have you heard of Scott McGee with REMAX Properties? He's been selling real estate in Rhode Island and Massachusetts for the last 17 years, and you can see that he loves what he does. Scott, as well as his team, take pride in what they call the fair and honest team. No gimmicks. And no, they're not buying your house if it doesn't sell, etc. Just fair and honest real estate. Scott personally works with tons of sellers and buyers and specializes in residential properties as well as commercial, and he's always very fair and offers super competitive rates. Remember, this is probably the biggest move in dollars that you will ever spend or receive. You want to go with a trusted and experienced agent. Scott is fair, honest, and modest, always puts the clients first. And he also dealt with literally almost any situation. You really need to look at your real estate needs as a business. You want to pay and get the right money now so that you're not paying for it later. Trust me. So why not give Scott McGee a call at 401-639-2906. That's 401-639-2906.
It's been a long time. Too long.
Still cruising after all of these years.
Let's bring back the fun we enjoyed playing our favorite tunes every Saturday. Hey, it's Bruce Palmer, and I'm coming to ON Radio every Saturday from 4 to 7 p.m. I'll open the phone lines and spend time taking your requests of the best tunes ever. It's the Cruisin' Bruce Saturday Block Party, beginning December 17th at 4 p.m., exclusively on 1240 a.m. and 99.5 ON Radio.
That's right. Cruisin' Bruce Palmer starts this Saturday here on ON Radio from 4 to 7 p.m. Pretty cool. This is Joe Callahan. It is Coffee and Bob Lauders here. Emily Haney-Sheen from The Call is here. And what did I want to bring? Oh, Bob, this is amusing. I got a good scam email.
You did?
I did. I got it this morning.
Yes.
And this is how you can tell it's a scam. And years ago, I mean, we're going back 20, 25 years, when you first picked out your name to be on your email address, or you picked whatever your handle was going to be at the time, not knowing it then, I actually picked a very good one. And so what people tend to do now is they tend to just like use their name. So I know when I get an email that says, "Dear Joe 35 Joe," I know right away that it's incorrect. It's a scam, and it looks like it says it looks like it's coming from Federal Express. Looks like it's coming from FedEx, and it's saying that my package delivery has been suspended.
Wow.
Is that right? And my one package, and they want me to confirm my shipping details. I'm like, I don't have any packages coming. I have not ordered anything. So
and you're not good enough to expect anyone sending you something for Christmas. Okay.
Well, that's right.
You know,
But
Santa's
but
got
it-
you on the naughty list.
So there it is. It says "Dear Joe 35 Joe," which is actually my email address, or part of my email address. So they just grab that part, or the computer just grabs that part, sticks it in. Now, if you use your real name, I mean, it could say "Dear Joe Callahan." Oh, this looks official. So when it comes up that way, so I was actually smart 25 years ago when I put that together and not knowing it. So it's just something to be aware of. If you haven't ordered a package and you get something from FedEx or UPS,
And
they
this
want-
is the time of year where the
Yeah.
scams do come out
Now, I
in
don't
full
know.
force.
I don't know what it's going to do if I hit the button that says continue.
I don't
You
think
delete.
you do that.
I'm not
Yes.
going to.
Delete.
It actually says my shipment has arrived,
Abort.
and this is how also you can tell, because this is the way we do dates. We go month, day, year. This came in day, month, year. So you know that. Now I know that's done in like England, I think.
Yeah.
So
And
you
the
know,
military.
It's
Yes,
also
and
so
in
it's
the
so it's
military.
backwards, and I just lost it again. It's telling me to do something. Your shipment has arrived on 14 December 2022. The house number is missing from the package label, and we cannot deliver to your door. Please update it, or it will be returned. Send it back.
I
Yeah.
think that
I don't want
Emily's
it. Whatever it
advice
is.
is right.
What's that?
Delete it.
Oh, delete it.
Delete.
I know, but
Yes.
I wanted to bring it up and just show it to you guys. They still come, and if you can see it, I know you can't see it on the radio, but the FedEx has got the right coloring,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it looks really official.
Oh, yeah.
So-
They've gotten better over the years. I mean,
lot
some,
better.
yeah, a lot better.
It looks like, oh, this is something I should really
Yeah.
take
The
care of.
Nigerian
No.
prince is starting to get a little bit more sophisticated.
You don't see the Nigerian prince anymore. The emails I get is usually from a constable, or it's a lawyer from England, and someone there has passed away. They're using the same motif. It's just a different country.
We had a client who suffered one of those scams a few years back, and paid significant sums of money.
Oh, that's a shame.
And it's not possible to
Oh no, it's never coming back.
It's gone. And I would suggest that anybody who gets anything like that, talk with a lawyer.
Yeah, to see if it's really real.
Yeah.
Oh well, just take a look at the front page of the call. I just chuckle to myself when things like this happen. So the Woonsocket police arrested a man. He was in a car accident. All right, now it's over on Winter Street at that set of lights where the convenience store is across the street,
Yes.
and Bugged Out Barbecue is right there. So he's standing at the lights. I think he's taking a left onto Winter Street in his green Hyundai, and he crashes into a Cadillac SUV, causing heavy damage to both vehicles. But he gets out of the car, allegedly gets out of the car, and runs into the convenience store and hides there. He ran about 50 feet, like we won't find him. And the police found him hiding in the store.
Of course they did.
I've been in the store. It's a nice store.
It is. It's a
I
great
don't-
store. They have
I
a
can't-
great deli.
I can't
Yeah.
think of any place you can possibly hide.
Is there a restroom?
I don't know.
I
I've
don't
never-
know either.
No, but just the same.
Well, I
Isn't it-
know hiding is kind of maybe in quotes, and just he was. That's where he was picked up. Maybe he ducked down behind a display or something. He was hiding in one of the aisles. I don't know, but it's no kid. His name is Edwin Ruff, Ruff. He's 69.
Oh,
Maybe he was going in
Making
there to
a-
make a phone call to bring the police to the scene.
Now, Bob, you're really showing your age. Are you
Trying to
think he's looking for a payphone in there? They don't have payphones in stores anymore, Bob.
I don't have payphones really in general anymore.
You cannot.
I have to come up with a better
You got to
reason.
come up with a better excuse than that. Oh, I was
Yes.
looking for a payphone. You got to be kidding. He didn't use that as an excuse. He's just looking to get away, and so that's where he fled into the store. Did you hear about the other story? We brought this up yesterday on Coffee, and it's it's a sad story, but because it's not happening to us, it actually turns into being kind of funny. There's a guy in South Boston. He's on the 12th floor of an apartment building.
Whoa.
Okay, the police are pounding on his door. They're trying to get to him. They break into the apartment. There's an actual corpse in the apartment with him. So he tries to make a run for it by jumping out the window. He's on the
Yikes.
12th floor. I think he was trying to kill himself, but I'm not sure on that. But he doesn't do it correctly, and he gets hung up on the window, and only went a few feet, and the police just grabbed him and pulled him back in. I said, that's having a tough day.
He's lucky that.
He's very lucky that he's alive.
Wow.
And he was arraigned yesterday on assault charges and other things. Nothing yet on the corpse in the room of whether or not there's a murder going on there or not. There'll be more on that, I guess, at a later time. But I'm like, here he is trying to make a break for it, and he can't jump out the window correctly.
Maybe he was just grief-stricken. You don't
No,
buy that excuse
I don't.
either.
I'm not buying that one. It's just,
I'm not the guy you're going to have represent you in the criminal cases, I can tell.
you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to do Scott McGee's phone number.
Oh!
Can you sing that for us, please?
Sure. It's 401 639 2906.
All right, one more time.
401 639 2906.
All right, thanks, Em. Very nice. And Scott McGee thanks you as well.
Oh, you're very welcome.
All right, another story on the front page of today's call. Another non-child doing allegedly bad things. There's footage of this man who broke into the rectory at Holy Trinity Parish in Woonsocket and ransacked the offices there.
Oh, no.
His name is James Farrell. He's 80 years old, and he's from Providence. And he was arrested by North Providence police. And he's had known police contact with Central Falls, Providence, and Woonsocket, and he was arrested in North Providence on the warrant for the larceny. And when I read stories about this, I said, "Boy, you're really tempting fate. If things are so bad that you're breaking into a church to steal from them."
There's a
I
saying,
imagine there's
there's-
much available in a church
Yeah.
to steal.
but there's a saying that that my mom always says:
All right.
God doesn't like ugly.
And she's right. But also inside churches, you never know what they're not looking for. I don't think they're looking for cash, because there's not a lot of cash hanging around.
That's what I would think.
But there's objects
Well-
made out of gold.
True, but I mean, parishioners, do give money every.
But not at the rectory.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Not breaking into the church.
you never know.
Well, you don't know.
You
And,
never know.
maybe he'll find something hanging around. He's ransacking the place, so he's looking for something. Maybe cash.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's thinking, hey, no one robs churches. There's got to be something hanging around somewhere. I don't know. So, but that'd be, if it was me, it'd just be the last place.
And if he's known for doing this in other churches,
Well, he's
or
no.
he's just known for larceny in general.
Oh, that's a great question, Em. So, let's see. Talk amongst yourselves there for a minute.
Yeah. So, have you finished your Christmas shopping yet?
No, I have not. And I desperately need some advice on what to get my family, my wife and my daughter.
All right, Em.
Yes.
The answer is yes. A sergeant from the Providence Police said this is his modus operandi is to target Catholic churches. So he must have
A grudge.
maybe his grudge, or he must have gotten something in the past. Hey, this is the place to hit.
Oh,
that
possibly.
no one else is hitting.
That something was valuable.
I can find something valuable here.
Yeah.
Dan Sweet, Father Dan over here at the Holy Trinity, said he had locked the rectory before a funeral service and put the keys in his pocket. And after the service, he couldn't find the keys. Later, located them in a drawer. That's interesting. All right, so more information in the call today. Long story here by Stella Lawrence. So I was just able to just glance through it right there. But so yeah, I guess he's going after churches,
Wow.
which is kind of sad.
Yeah,
What do you,
it is.
What advice do you have for those of us who still have a little bit of shopping left, like a lot of shopping, like haven't done anything so far?
You know what? Gift certificates are always a great stocking stuffer, or just in general. So, a day at, a nail gift certificate, a gift certificate to their favorite, store that they shop at, or even like a massage or, yoga place, or if you want to do something more personalized, something with their name engraved in something, jewelry.
I'm sorry, that's an involuntary scream.
Jewelry is always a good thing, or you can go for practical things.
I did. I got a couple of bags of rock salt.
Smart thinking.
Well,
Bob.
you know what? It's funny. I usually buy my own gifts for my husband to give me,
Wow.
and then he just pays for it.
Oh?
But I will say I'm not one to, and my mom has told me many times, because she asked me, they always ask me, what do you want for, Christmas? What do you want for your birthday? What do you want, for this, for that? I'm all set, So for my birthday / anniversary, and I think I did say this on the air, I asked for mulch and some, to do some things, because I like landscaping. I do my own landscaping in, around my yard. I asked for, mulch and some cobblestone, because I was doing like a new, kind of rock garden area for this year for Christmas. I bought a new statue for the yard, and that's what my husband's giving me.
Hey, there you go.
I
Very
had
nice.
a near accident when I gave my wife the snow shovel.
No, I bet.
Because
Right in the head.
Well, she was so excited in her euphoria of swinging it around. If I hadn't ducked,
It
Yeah.
cut you on the hand, I see. Right there. All right.
that was
we
a
got
bar fight.
we got to take a break. here.
Flowers are always good too.
That's true. All right, we got to take a break here on Coffee and time for the weather forecast being brought to you by Batteries Plus Bulbs.
With a big rainstorm coming in, it starts late this afternoon with a 20% chance of rain, cloudy all day, 39 degrees, and a northeast breeze. Tonight, rain, 90% chance, mainly after midnight, low of 36, east winds kicking up to 25 miles an hour. You could have a half an inch of rain overnight tonight. Friday's weather, rain, high of 43, East winds up to 40 miles per hour. 100% chance of getting wet outdoors with 1 to 2 inches of rain possible on Friday. Friday night, rain continues but tapers off. A 90% chance. Overnight low of 34. Northeast winds becoming northwest with gusts to 35 miles per hour. New precipitation amounts on Friday night between a quarter and another half an inch of rain possible, giving us about 3 inches of rain if we get the worst. Saturday, a chance of some rain and snow mix early in the morning till 10 o'clock, mostly cloudy all day with a high of 40 degrees and a wind from the west. Sunday, sunshine and 38. Monday, sunshine and 38. Tuesday, sunshine and 38. And Wednesday, sunshine and 35.
Currently outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street. Cloudy skies, no rain yet, and 37 degrees. At Batteries Plus, they do more than fix phones and tablets. They help our neighbors power their lives. Visit Batteries Plus in-store, curbside, and online at batteriesplus.com.
You know the old saying, what goes around comes around? It's another way of saying that everything you do has consequences. For instance, when you choose to do business with a hometown merchant, instead of taking your business to some out-of-town store, good things happen. Those dollars you spend at home continue to work at home, providing employment, building up the local economy, and improving the special quality of life we enjoy here in our community. So this holiday season, please give our local merchants the chance to serve you first, because what goes around comes around.
One of our great hometown merchants is Timeless Antiques and Collectibles, 91 Main Street, Woonsocket.
Krakow Deli Bakery and Smokehouse offers authentic homemade Polish food to make your next meal real special. Try our many varieties of hot and fresh pierogi with onions and dirty sour cream, or pick up golubki, kielbasa, babkas, or some fresh rye bread. We also offer a large selection of specialty and imported goods. We're open Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 9 to 6, Wednesdays 9 to 5, and Saturdays 8 to 5. Follow us on Facebook to learn about our weekly specials. Located at 855 Social Street in Woonsocket, Krakow Deli Bakery and Smokehouse has all the authentic Polish foods you love.
Any make, any model, Tasker Buick GMC Chevrolet will service your vehicle, whether you bought it there or not. Going on right now at Tasker Buick GMC Chevrolet, oil change and tire rotation, including complimentary multi-point vehicle inspection, car wash and vacuum for $69.95, alignment special $89.95, and full vehicle reconditioning specials inside and out starting at $199. Tasker Buick GMC Chevrolet on Fortin Drive, Woonsocket. You will be satisfied.
Local and live at 99.5 FM.
It's Coffee and here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan, M from the Call. Bob Larders here. Bob, time for first message from your law office, and I know you got to get going soon too. So
Thank you.
Let's get to this.
Good morning. A recent decision by the Supreme Court of the state of Rhode Island emphasizes the fact that grandparents who desire to remain active in the lives of their grandchildren must be assiduous in attaining that goal. The Supreme Court decision was in the case of Lacera versus the Department of Children, Youth, and Families, and it was decided in April of this year. In the Lacera case, a minor child had been judicially placed into the custody of DCYF following allegations of abuse and neglect by the child's parents. Excuse me. DCYF placed the child with a non-related foster family. The grandfather of the child met with the DCYF worker assigned to the case, visited the child at the foster family's home, and made informal efforts to intervene in the family court proceedings involving the minor child. However, the grandfather never formally entered an appearance in any of the proceedings and was never a formal party to any of the litigation, and he never received from the family court any order which could be the basis of an appeal to the Supreme Court. The rights of the child's parents, that is, the grandfather's son, were terminated by the family court in October, and 2 weeks later, the grandfather filed a petition in the Supreme Court seeking a declaratory judgment against DCYF, claiming that it had violated its statutory obligations by not placing the minor child with the grandfather. The child was adopted by the foster family in December of that year, but the hearing on the issue did not take place until after the adoption. The Supreme Court, while castigating DCYF for its performance in the case, ruled that the grandfather did not have standing to file the petition once the rights of the child's parents had been judicially terminated. The court inferred that it would have been prudent for the grandfather to legally enter his appearance and compel the family court to issue an order on the original termination action, in order to preserve his standing and the right to object to the placement and subsequent adoption of the child. If you'd like to discuss this or other legal matters with me, please call to my office for an appointment. My name is Bob Lauder. My telephone number is 762-4550. And the disclaimer. The Supreme Court of Rhode Island licenses all attorneys in the general practice of law. The court does not license or certify any attorney as an expert or specialist in any field of practice. Thank you.
All right, Bob. And, well, it's 8:40, and I'm going to leave it up to you. I know you had to leave early.
You want to hear a second commercial on the auto here?
Yeah, sure. Just keep
Sure.
on going.
Keep on
there, Bob.
going.
Thank you. Good morning. In the past, you've heard me discuss with you the prudence in preparing a valid and enforceable estate plan. I've even mentioned, to Diana's distress, the famous small clock. I'd like to expand on estate planning issues to suggest the decisions one should actually be making. And among those decisions should be, 1. One should organize a list of one's assets, the financial records, the title to real estate one owns, and any special items that they may be subject to the bequests. 2. One should decide who those items and assets are to be bequeathed to in the event of death. Do the assets get divided equally? Does one individual receive a larger share than another? Are any of the heirs at law being omitted from the bequests? Does the individual making the estate plan have any children or which were released for adoption by others? 3rd, when do the beneficiaries actually receive the bequests following the death of the testator? Is it immediately, or is it upon attainment of a certain age or ages, or the attainment of certain achievements, such as graduation from college? 4th, who will administer the assets which are not immediately paid or delivered to the beneficiary? 5th, in the event any one or more of the beneficiaries should either predecease the testator or survive the testator and yet die before the actual release of the conditioned bequest, who will receive the bequest then? If you'd like to discuss this or other legal matters with me, please contact my office for an appointment. My name is Bob Lauder. My telephone number is 762-4550. And the famous disclaimer. The Supreme Court of Rhode Island licenses all attorneys in the general practice of law. The court does not license or certify any attorney as an expert or specialist in any field of practice. Thank you.
All right, Bob. Thanks.
Thank you.
Got to take off?
Yes.
All right.
Probate court.
Enjoy
Good to
court.
see both of you.
Good to
Yes,
see you as
likewise.
well.
And thank you for the suggestions.
Oh, you are very welcome.
Try to stay warm
Anytime.
and dry.
Warm, okay. Dry in the sense of weather, yeah.
In terms
the
of
sense
weather.
of imbibing, nah.
Nah, all right. Say hi to the court for us, okay?
Thank you.
We send our best wishes.
Yes. See you next week,
All right, Bob.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, Em, you and me
Yes.
now. So, this
Well, we'll talk
good.
about sports now.
Yeah, we talk sports now. How about those Patriots? Huh? Yeah, how about that? All right, no, it's, we have this story, and it's one of those deals where if you do something really, really bad, and we're talking like murder,
Oh, okay.
they never stop looking for you. And so the story is this man allegedly kills someone in 1991 in Attleboro. They just arrested him in Guatemala.
Yes,
And they're
I heard about
extraditing
that.
him
Yes.
back to the United States. They will never not stop looking for you. And
Yeah.
and you got to think.
It's
if-
closure too for the family.
Oh, sure.
You
Yeah.
know, I mean, when it's that much time that had passed,
30 years.
you know, it's
Over
a
30
long
years.
time. So at least it's some sort of
But if let's say you're the person, and okay, now
That's
you're
running?
Yes, and now
Okay.
now you're trying to make your escape basically, and so he gets on a plane at one point to get
Okay.
to Guatemala, and he hasn't been picked up yet, and he's got to be happy about that. And
Yeah.
then the plane lands in Guatemala, and there's nobody looking there to arrest him. He's like, "Hey, I've gotten away with this," but they never stop looking for you. So.
go to a country that can't extradite.
That might not be as easy as easily said.
True, but
How many?
you're saying if it was me,
Yeah,
so you need to be very. I mean,
you got to be looking over your shoulder forever.
yes.
Is there someone coming after me now?
Or change the appearance.
Yeah.
Change the name.
But you
Not
also
that
don't-
I've ever thought of this. This is just coming off the top of my head right now.
But you got to be able to make.
Oh
You're going to be able to survive. You're going to be able to make
Exactly.
money.
You're always going to be,
He's down there in Guatemala working on a shrimp farm, just trying to make a living. And but they caught him if it's the right guy. So he'll be facing the extradition, and the murder happened in 1991. Happened on Dean Street in Attleboro. So wow.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like I said, at the beginning of the conversation, at least it's closure for the family.
Yep. Other things that are going on, the City of Providence, they're going to turn on 60 new license plate cameras.
Yes, I heard about that.
Now, we have a few here in Woonsocket.
Yes, we do.
Not 60, though.
No.
But 60. Now, the Flock Safety Cameras, and that's the name of the company that designs these things, I guess, they're different from the school zone speed cameras. The Flock ones, they just snap pictures of your license plate when you go by them, and they store it in a database in case we need to find it at a later time, as opposed to the school speed zone cameras.
But the speed zones are not just in school zones in the city of Providence.
Where else are they?
North Main Street.
Really?
Yes.
And there's no school zone there.
No, there is not.
So what's the reasoning for putting them there? Are people just speeding on North Main?
Yes.
But there's so many lights on North Main Street.
Or running the lights.
Oh, okay. That's another
as
one.
well. My husband used to work on North Main Street, and this going back, 9-10 years ago, and they did put up a couple.
Yeah.
And you can see them. It's not like they're hidden or conspicuous in any sort of way. But yes, so I mean, obviously, we do have the ones that are in the school zones, which that is a good thing. But Providence is a huge city, so
yeah,
and if it helps catch criminals,
it's worked here in Woonsocket.
Yes, it has.
On
So
these
I
license
mean,
plate cameras. So okay. This portion
I agree.
This portion of the Coffee and Program has been sponsored by attorney Bob Lauder. Bob had to go because he's got probate court to get to. Yes. And we hope Bob joins us again next week. Comments and questions can still be called into Coffee and 766-1240.
Join the Honey Shop's holiday wrap-up event this Saturday the 17th from 10:30 to 5 or Sunday the 18th from 10:30 to 4. On Saturday, noon to 4, Wings and Things tasting scrumptious wings in our spicy pineapple glaze, apple, peachy, smoky, or chipotle sauce, or melt in your mouth pulled pork with our Kansas City or ribeye sauce, salsas and chips like garlic, peach, pineapple, and more. Complimentary hot mulled wine for 21s and over. Scavenger hunt with a winner drawing on the 22nd of December. At 1:30, Mr. Grinch will join us for photo ops. Free Santa gift bag with your purchase of $20 or more. On Sunday, the fun continues with a scavenger hunt, Santa gift bags, drawing entries, and if you love food and fun, you'll love the Honey Shop. Park Avenue near Park Square in Woonsocket.
Did you know you can shop local this holiday season?
And ski and ride free till December 24th.
Shop at Mountainside Ski and Ride at Wachusett Mountain.
Spend $100 or more and get a free lift ticket good through Christmas Eve.
Located in the Wachusett Beach Lodge, Mountainside guarantees lowest prices.
Check us out on the web at wachusett.com.
We're here at Family Discount Furniture, and we're on the floor with Brad. And Brad, I can see all the living room sets here. You've got living room sets for every type of living room, whether it's a small apartment living room or a big single-family home living room.
Yeah, so what we have now are all our new fall collections from Ashley Furniture are now on display in our showroom and in stock. We have sectionals starting at $6.99, and you can configure them to whatever size specs you need. Sofa love seats, 2 pieces, they start at about $7.99. We have power recliners, rocker recliners, all different performance fabrics and different materials to fit what your everyday needs are.
And sectional, so you can change things around if you have to.
Yeah, you could do the changes on either sides. We can make it bigger. You can add pieces. You can make them smaller. So pretty much we can configure it to the size and specs that you need for your living room. And remember, Dave, we offer a 90-day, no credit needed, $49 down, have now, pay later.
All right here at Family Discount Furniture, corner Diamond Hill Road and Social Street in Woonsocket. Hi, everybody. This is Dave Richardson. Among the items we'll put up for bid on the Thursday Milk Fund Radio auction are 5 celebrity nutcrackers, a New England Patriots daily sports calendar, and that vintage Autumn Fest Woonsocket trivia game, plus gift cards from the Beef Barn, Dunkin', McDonald's Executive Auto Wash, and 2 ski lift tickets to Wachusett Mountain in Massachusetts. So join me, Joe Callahan, and our special guest auctioneers from the Autumn Fest Steering Committee, Adam Bernetti, Stephanie Santoro, Garrett Mansieri, and Judy Sullivan, for all the fun on the Thursday Milk Fund Radio auction from 4 to 5, here and only on ON Radio.
ON Radio. ON Radio.
And that's us. It's Coffee Ann here on ON AM and FM. Joe Callahan here, along with M from the call. We're just talking about the new license plate cameras that 60 of them are going to go in the city of Providence. Seems like a lot, but I guess that's what they want. And just talk about the speed cameras that are in the school zones. Have you ever been caught by a speed camera?
Not in a school zone.
No, I have. Love to get my $50 ticket in the mail. But now, there's one I go on. It's on Mineral Spring Avenue. That I've gone up and down, and even all the other. I always thought, well, you're supposed to go 20 miles an hour. I go, I got to get a line of cars behind me. They're going to be honking, and why are you going so slow and like that? And that's not the case.
No.
Everybody knows that you got to go that slow, at least in this little portion of the street. So the big lines don't occur behind you. Everybody's got their space, and we're all going about 17 or 18 miles an hour right
Now,
there in
to
the camera
to
times.
give people a heads up, whereabouts on Middle Spring Avenue, because Middle Spring Avenue stretches a couple of towns.
Yep. So it's basically on the North Providence Pawtucket line. There's a school over there, and I cannot remember the name of the school.
Is it
right on the street?
So it's is it the one that is across the street from the Stop and Shop? The school.
No.
Okay.
If you know where Charles Street is.
Yes, I do.
Charles intersects with Mineral Spring. All right, and the Cumberland Farms is right there.
Yes.
And so if you the way I go on Charles Street, I would take a left on the Mineral Spring to head toward Pawtucket, and you go about 1.5 miles, and then there's a school on the left-hand side, right
Yes.
before you get to a set of lights, and there's a McDonald's.
Yes, there
There's
is.
a school right there.
That is Slater.
Okay, there you go.
My parents went there.
It's real okay. So that's where I know what the speed cameras are, and that's where I know when to slow down. Okay, 20 miles an hour it is for the next 1,500 feet or whatever. All right, so other things that are going on. You never know what people are going to discover at airports these days.
Oh, it's a plethora.
It is a
of
plethora
treasures
of stuff.
and things that you really don't want to find.
It is, and now officials are sharing an unusual discovery. This happened at Dulles International Airport.
Oh.
Bones from a zebra and giraffe were seized from a passenger's carry-on. U.S. Customs and Border Protection tweeted a photo of them with the caption, "Make no bones about it. These bones are prohibited." Agriculture specialists found the bones while inspecting the bag yesterday. No word where they're from or why the person had them in their luggage, or how many there were. And I don't know how they knew it was a zebra and a giraffe. And the giraffes are huge. And how does it fit? How does it fit into your carry-on luggage? Giraffes' bones are like 10 feet long.
Yeah, but I would probably just speculating and trying to think in regards to animal dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
There might be bones that are not as long as you think.
It could always be a skull.
Yeah,
I'm
it could be
thinking
a
of giraffe's
skull,
legs.
or the maybe part of the spine, or
Yeah.
it's a rib. You never know. But I
think-
wonder what kind of was this person just was he an archaeological?
That doesn't say.
It doesn't.
I don't
It's
know.
just it's very odd. Or was it something, in regards to they were going to be doing something in like a museum or,
These are great theories, M. But you think they'd have it in more? He'd be able to say they'd be something more specialized and not in your
in
carry-on.
like a cargo type of.
Yeah, and you check that instead and say this
True,
this is
true.
going to the this is
I'm
going to
trying
the San
give the
Diego
person
Zoo.
the benefit of the doubt.
That's awful nice of you. Very
know,
good. But
because
if
it
it's
is
just-
a very strange.
if the bones are just thrown in there with the shirts and the jeans
and socks.
and socks, you're just not. Oh yeah, I'm an official representative of Roger Williams Zoo, and I'm bringing them there. No, you're not. But where do they get them? I don't know. And if you're the customs agent or the TSA
Oh, God,
people,
that's a
and
shock.
you find bones, you immediately think they're human, unless they're monstrous, of course. But
True.
we got to call somebody. We found bones. We don't know what they are.
Yeah, that's scary.
All right, put that person in the special room over there and make sure they don't go anywhere
Exactly.
until we get over here and find out what is going on.
Yeah.
All right.
That's an odd story.
But that was at Dulles International Airport, and yeah, I mean, talk about a fascinating job, but a job I also would not want to have.
No.
Is TSA people,
No,
and what in
no.
the world do they find in people's luggage?
And I hate to say this, but especially in this day and age, after everything that's happened
Mm-hmm.
with bombings on planes and things like that, it's actually not really a safe job even anymore.
No.
Because people are still concealing weapons
They
on
are.
planes, and
And they still
who
try to bring
knows-
guns and knives
yeah,
on airplanes.
What else they might be?
And I'm always I remember telling my daughter this when we flew, and this was about 3 years ago, and I go, there's no joking around with the people in the blue shirts.
No.
They're the TSA agents. It is all seriousness. It is all business. You don't make jokes. You don't crack up about anything.
No.
So she got it, and that was fine. But what's always odd is sometimes they joke back with you.
And
I've
then
noticed
you
this at
don't
Green
know
Airport. I'm
whether
like,
to banter back with
yeah,
them.
are we supposed to?
Am I supposed to just laugh,
Am I supposed to just
or-
laugh at that? Am I supposed to say, "Hey, good joke"? Hey, have you heard this one? I'm like, but then if you don't do it, now you're suspicious again.
Yeah.
He's too serious, and let's look at this one. I was like, but I'm trying to go by a good rule of thumb. Always pleasant.
Yes.
It's always good morning or good afternoon or
Hi,
good
how are
evening.
you?
Hi, how are you? And how's your day going? And here's everything that you want, I believe.
Thank you.
Thank you when they give it back to you. Where do I go? Very good over here.
Have a great day.
Have a nice day. Everything's wonderful. And I just go stand in the other line and take your shoes off.
No problem.
Okay, put it in the bins and have your laptop out. Gotcha. Okay, a belt off. Okay, and put it on the bins. Let it go through the X-rays, and then you wait to go to that little X-ray machine for yourself.
Yes.
And okay, arms up, absolutely. And now step. And you always wait for them. Step in. Okay.
There was actually
step out. Okay.
I will say there was actually one time I have suffered multiple occasions of having frozen shoulder.
So what'd they do?
So it was I was on I was at TF Green. I was going out for a business meeting in Colorado, and I told them, I said, I could only go
Halfway.
like halfway because with frozen shoulder, it's exactly what it means.
Yeah, you can't go any further.
You can't go any further. And so they're like, just try if you can, just
high as you can go.
as high as you can go. So they do work with you,
Well, that's good.
but I was nervous
Yeah.
because obviously I was going to be in pain regardless because it is very painful. But they did work with me.
I saw one guy. I was in the St. Louis airport. He had to have broken his arm in multiple places. So he had a monstrous cast on his arm, and then there was a thing coming off the cast that attached to like his belt.
Yes,
One of
yes,
those
it's
big,
metal.
huge casts. He goes, I can't move this in any direction at all. And the TSA guys, they're all standing around. Gee, what do we do? They did step him out of line. They had him step out of line, and they brought over the wand.
The wand,
and they
yeah.
did as best they could. And then I was just able to go around. I said, "All right, well, you all deal with that. I'm gonna keep moving." "Oh yeah, sir, you come forward." "Okay, fine." And so they dealt with that. It didn't get ugly or anything like that. But I'm like, what about people that have issues where they can't raise their? I've never thought of people that can't raise their arms. and they're supposed to go over your head.
Yeah.
So that's
And like high over your head.
very high over your head. That's right. The one time, I think it was the first time I was flying when they had all these new rules and regulations. I really screwed up because they said take everything out of your pockets. And I'm just thinking, well, they want everything metal out of your pockets. Keys. Here's the wallet.
Oh, no, they want
I had
everything.
pens. I had business cards. I had money. Sir, is there anything else in your pocket? Well, yeah. No, you got to take it all out.
All.
Everything? Absolutely everything. Oh, well, okay, I wasn't aware of all this stuff. First time flying with the new rules. So there you go. All right, we want to bring this up before we got to run. NASA Perseverance rover has captured the first sound of a Martian dust devil. Up there on Mars. That's pretty cool. Scientists released audio Tuesday of a dust devil passing directly over the Mars rover. Their new study says a whirlwind about 400 feet high. Talk about a big twister there. 400 feet high and spinning at about 25 miles per hour passed over the NASA rover back in September of 2021. They're just releasing it now. The co-author of the study says the microphone on the Mars rover is turned on for less than 3 minutes each day, so it was definitely lucky that they were able to capture the audio of this thing blowing over them. The recording will help scientists to understand atmospheric turbulence on Mars, and they call it
That's really cool.
a dust devil that came right over the Mars rover. I think that's really cool
yeah,
as well.
it is.
And I'm glad they were able to capture something. That's awesome. All right, we've run out of time here on the Coffee and Program. We thank you for listening. We thank Bob Lauder for coming in, and M from the Call. Thanks for coming in today.
Oh, you are very welcome, and hope everyone has a dry weekend,
tough.
and for all of the community out there that is celebrating Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. It starts on Sunday.
All right.
And I'll be here next week, same time, same place.
All right, this is Joe Callahan. Stay tuned for Gary Smith and the crew. Do you remember coming up at 9:30, and then it's the Milk Fund Auction this afternoon at 4.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news. A fugitive wanted for a deadly stabbing over 3 decades ago in Attleboro, Massachusetts, has been arrested in Guatemala. Mario Garcia was reportedly operating a shrimp farm in Guatemala when he was located and arrested